J Drone here. What's going on, guys? So we are going to take this Bugs 5W with the antenna sticking out on both sides. Those are just 2.4 gigahertz. That is not for the camera, unlike I had stated. And then we are also going to probably put that upwards, and hopefully it'll stay upwards. And give this a little range run. We're going to be using goggles. We have a AIO on top of it with a battery on the side of the camera. Really simple to do. Get you one of those. I'll link it down below. Hook it to a battery. Have a set of goggles or a screen. You can go FPV. Now, unfortunately, my controller, which is TX battery, is only at 2. Hopefully that doesn't affect it. Hopefully we can get a good run. We're waiting on some satellites here. But let's go. And we have liftoff. So obviously this is from the FPV camera that was not completely centered. Lower left, which we will fully expand once we hit our final mark, is from the drone's camera. We're going to go the distance out here. You may not believe what we're actually about to do, but again, we're showing you how it is. I'm showing you my FPV, I'm showing you the camera, and we are going to go. The only modification that I've done to this, which isn't really a modification, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, it's just really a rearrangement of antennas. I've popped the antennas that were inside above the ESCs, like literally right above the ESCs, which I think is a terrible place for them. I popped them out, and I got them just in a V shape underneath the drone. And I suggest everybody doing this, just as well as the controller. The controller is really simple to do too. Pop that out, because what you're going to see here is pretty impressive. What you're going to see here is really impressive. So we're getting out to the third field here, and once we get to our 999 mark, which is all the controller will read, I will stop and I will kind of pitch left to right. That way, a visual confirmation on myself to let me know that's where the 999 mark was. And then we will continue going. That 999 mark, which is 999 meters, will be coming up very shortly. So wait for the drone to stop, wait for the drone to pitch left to right, and that'll be that. This is so easy to do. All you need is a Phillips head screwdriver. That's it. Even to make the little holes for the antennas to pop out. Here we go. So bottom left, did it a little bit before the main image, and then we got a left to right tilt, we got a left to right tilt, and then we're going to keep going. Despite the fact we get a little bit fuzzy FPV, it's not too bad. We're going to keep going. I cannot believe, I mean, I believe it because I did it, but if somebody else told me that they went this far with this drone with the simple modifications that I've done to it, I would not have believed it without seeing video. And here you get to see both videos. You get to see my FPV start to break up because we're getting out pretty far, but it's still clear. We're still able to use it. If you want one of those cameras, I'll try to link it down below. Just as well, hey, everybody that's thrown me a little bit of something through PayPal, I appreciate you 100%. Anybody who sent me condolences because of what happened recently, I do really appreciate y'all. I didn't get back to everybody, but I've seen the messages and I appreciate it 100%. We're trying to get back into the normal day-to-day here, just functioning like J Drone normally does for y'all. We are on a light quarantine, so I do have lots of time to fly. If you haven't checked out my crystal hunting video from yesterday, I highly recommend doing that. That's a little bit different from what we're normally used to doing. So again, you can see my FPVs getting a little bit fuzzy. If I would have just turned my head to the right a little bit, the antennas would have been more directed on the AIO. But hey, we're flying through it. We're flying through it. Bottom left, see the 2 buildings? Now, upper FPV, you might be able to make out 2 buildings. That's the abandoned farm that I went to during a snowstorm. I think I've been there once or twice. I might have a couple of videos of that. But we are passing that. We have passed it. Bottom left, there, right there, 1.4028 of a mile. 1.4 mile. That's ridiculous. So you could see that we were behind it, and that's what I judged my reading off of. I made a post on Facebook thinking I went like 1.2 something, and I marked it at those buildings, but clearly we were well past it. Now obviously this clear image, we've done away with the FPV quality, and we're just showing you the quality of the drone. We are dealing with a mild wind, which is causing this kind of shutter or jerk left to right a little bit, I guess you would say. But as far as frame loss, I don't think we're dealing with any type of frame loss. The 1080p that's coming off this is really nice. It is a shame that they didn't hook us up with even a brushless one-axis gimbal that worked really well, because then that would do away with a little bit of that. But a two-axis on this would be king. But hey, we can't have everything, right? If we're going over a mile and a half with stock everything, just rearranging antennas, I think we got a good drone here. I think you've gotten your money worth out of this. Up to this point, if you haven't been able to go really far with it, you need to do this mod. And again, I'm really not stating it's a mod, because you're really not changing anything about the drone besides antenna placement. That's all we're doing, is changing antenna placement. Two antennas inside popped out, one to the left, one to the right, in a V formation. And if you haven't seen my video when I decided to do this, the reason I decided to do that is a lot of my brushless custom builds, that's how the antenna placement is. So I figured if it's good for them and they've gone out, it's got to be good for this, and this just went out. So I highly recommend doing this. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, smash the subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. I'll try to get back at you. With the whole epidemic that's going on, J-Drone's out of work. My PayPal link will be down below. If you could throw me $1, that'd be great. If you could throw 5, 10, 20, that'd be awesome. If there's a millionaire watching, hey, throw me a mil. Hook a brother up. I doubt there's a millionaire watching, but if you're watching, I will take a mil, and I will not complain about it, and we'll do big things regarding drones. I will reinvest that money into this channel, I promise you. If you ain't got $1, if you ain't got $5, if you ain't got $20, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. You got a thumbs up, you can click the thumbs up. That don't cost nothing. Definitely appreciate y'all. And if you if you haven't subscribed to this channel, smash the subscribe button. I got people commenting on my videos like, wow, you deserve a lot more subscribers. Well, I think so too. So if you like my video, why don't you go ahead and copy this link too, and drag it over to Facebook, drag it over to Reddit. Like, yo, look at this cool video I watched. Look, this dude did a simple antenna mod. Yo, you gotta check this out. Pass it on to your friends. Sharing is caring, and that's the way this channel will continue to grow. All the people who have been with me for a while, I appreciate you. All the new people, I appreciate you. All the people who have been with me for a little bit, I appreciate every single person who watches this channel, every single person who comments on this channel, every single person who's thrown me a donation, and the people who ain't got this throw me a thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. That's why I do what I do. I'm doing this so you can have more fun with your toys. I'm doing this because I am quality control. If this thing after the antenna mod just sank into water, I would show it, but it didn't do that. So right here, I was going to go ahead and run the Abyss, which is that large divot that goes alongside of the town there. But unfortunately, my LVC battery on my controller started going beep beep, which you will hear that in a moment or so. Started going beep beep. So I figured, instead of pushing my luck, why don't we go ahead and get this thing back home, because I was recording, as you can see, to the camera on the drone. That's what you see right now. And I wanted to have a successful flight without having to do a walk of shame. Now we are back to the FPV of the AIO. Again, it wasn't centered, but it's actually kind of cool it wasn't centered, because you know there's no gimmicks in this. The entire fly out, you were able to see that right arm with the landing gear that's very specific to this drone. That way you know, oh, I'm not scamming you. I'm not sending out a better drone in place of this drone pretending. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. This was literally popping 2 antennas out, and bam, we got good money. And also, don't forget about your controller antenna. The controller and all the antennas out, they should be out. They should be exposed. They should be in direct line with one another. They shouldn't be hiding in the drone on top of ESCs. The controller antenna should not be against the board, not even in proper position. But all right, guys, again, subscribe, hit the like button. Catch you later. So as you can hear, I'm beeping. I was gonna run the Abyss. It does still show we have 2 bars, and clearly my low power on my transmitter was not an issue. Dude, we went far. I don't know how far. I probably already linked it in the video, but we went far. I'd venture to say we probably went easily over a mile, and that was simply just having those antennas hang out and having this one stick up. I didn't mod anything. I just made those antennas go out, and my goodness, talk about range. That was great. That was really great. We definitely could have went further. My FPV was flaking out a little bit. If I would have adjusted myself, kind of turned sideways so my antennas were in line with it when we were out, it would have corrected itself. You probably, coming back, I did that, and it went from a little bit of fuzz to really clear. So should you do this? Yeah, I think so. If you're going for range, this is a really trustworthy, again, what we did is these antennas. It's a really trustworthy GPS drone. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. Get at me.